Today on Andy's Autosport TV, we're going to talk about replacing your factory seats with something a bit more custom. So sit back, relax, and in a couple minutes we're going to install some seats. Now, in order to mount your aftermarket seat, you're going to need an aftermarket seat bracket. This allows the assembly to bolt to your factory floorboard. These brackets are sold separately and can be found at the link below. Now, there's a couple of things you're going to want to look for when you're purchasing a seat bracket. First is, will the seat bracket fit my floorboard? On any seat bracket that you look at on andysautosport.com, make sure that the Fits On specification lists your vehicle. Secondly, will the bracket fit the seat that you're looking to purchase? Now, the second is a little more involved, so let's talk about that. In general, you're going to want to buy the same brand of seat bracket as seats, since each seat can have its own particular mounting pattern. For example, if you're going to buy a Sparco seat, you should see if Sparco has brackets to fit your particular vehicle. One of the exceptions is a line of brackets from Planted. Now, they have slotted seat holes, so they'll fit just about any seat. We also offer brackets from Wedge Engineering, which has hundreds of applications. Now, neither of these companies offer seats, but they have a seat bracket for almost every application. So now you know how to buy seat brackets at andysautosport.com. Let's take a second to talk about sliders. Now, sliders, just like on your factory seat, allow you to move the position of the seat forward and back. Some seats come with the sliders already attached. Check out the descriptions at andysautosport.com to see if the seats that you're looking for already have the sliders attached. If not, a slider assembly may be available separately at andysautosport.com for your particular seat. If you have a back seat or need access to a cargo area, a slider is a must-have. Okay, let's get back to seat brackets. There are typically two types of seat mounts, bottom mount and side mount. Bottom mount seats can be bolted directly to the sliders or to the bottom of the seat bracket, while side mount seats require side mount brackets which adapt the seat to your seat bracket. So side mount seats actually require both a side mount bracket and a bottom mount bracket. Most seats will be bottom mount style. The only time you'll see a side mount style bracket is for a fixed back seat, although not all fixed back seats are side mount. Some seats accommodate both, like these Cypher GT8 series seats. Here you can see the bolts for the side mount brackets. And here you see where you can bolt the slider directly to the bottom of the seat or bolt the seat directly to your bottom mount bracket. Most side mount brackets, like these NRG universal side mount brackets, have multiple holes to allow you to adjust for the perfect seating position for your performance vehicle. In most cases, you can install sliders with the side mount brackets. If they don't already come with the seat, you can purchase those sliders at andysautosport.com. If you're in a race vehicle, these sliders may or may not be legal, so check with your sanctioning body to be sure. Now that you know what to look for when purchasing your seats, brackets, and sliders, we thought we'd install our Cypher Auto CPA 2000 series seats in our Project Integra using the Cypher Auto brackets. So we're going to start off by pulling the old seats out of our Project Integra. First, we just uninstall the old bracket complete. Just leave it right on the seat. Once you get the front bolts out, if you slide the seat forward and then tilt it up, you can get to the back bolts much easier. So now we're going to remove these plastic pieces. You just take a screwdriver and find out where the clips go. Try not to force them because you don't want to break them, but they just pop right off. All right, at this point we're ready to remove the seat. Now, on most late model vehicles, there is a set of wires under here that will trip the dash light, telling you that your seat belt is not connected. In other late model vehicles, they actually have a airbag light that will come on for the passenger seat. So if there's not something that's heavy enough, it has a pressure switch that turns off the passenger side airbag. You need to be real careful and make sure you know what you're doing when you start disabling these things. Okay guys, this is not how we would normally do this. Normally we mount the bracket to the seat and bring the whole assembly over here. But it's always a good idea to verify that you have the correct bracket, and I also wanted you to see how well these things fit up. So this particular bracket from Cypher fits right in. As you can see, all the bolt holes match up perfectly. So this is the correct bracket for this vehicle. We also offer, as we said, brackets from Wedge and from Planted that do a fabulous job and have an application for just about everything. So we're going to go ahead and install this on our seat and come back here and install the complete assembly here in just a minute. All right guys, now we're getting ready to install our bracket on the bottom of our Cypher CPA 2000 series seat. Now I'm going to save you some hassle here. We just had to run to the hardware store to pick up some Allen head bolts because the bolts that the standard hex head bolt will not fit in the bracket where you can get a wrench on it. So run to the store, grab yourself some Allen head bolts. This is going to save you a little bit of time. So here's how we do this. Basically we're going to put the seat on its side, and the reason we're going to put it on its side is because we need to put our sliders out. So we're going to pull our sliders back, both of them, like that, so that we can get our bolts in here and our brackets. Now you want to line up. This one has several holes in the bracket itself, so we want to make sure that our holes are lining up. So we're going to take this one right here. Do the same thing on the bottom on the second hole, so everything is squared up, true and plumb. Now that we've got them all started, we can tighten them up. Okay, now we're going to take our seatbelt assembly and mount it back to our bracket. Now, it's important to note that this bolt that holds the seatbelt on is from our original seat. Now, you'll notice a shoulder here. This is real important. People don't understand this. This shoulder is a little larger than this, and you can see that this can rotate freely in here. Okay, this is done on purpose. This is not an accident. This wasn't the wrong size bolt. They actually engineer this in there. A lot of people make a mistake by putting hardware on here that actually firmly mounts their seat belts in place. This is on here on purpose. It's actually designed so it can slide a little bit, and you want to make sure you use that. So this goes up in here like this. Now there's a little bushing here. This goes on the inside to keep everything from, quote, chafing. And we're ready to install our seat in our Integra. Okay. So now we're going to install our seat just basically the opposite way we took it out. Don't forget to hook up the seat belt wire so that that light doesn't annoy you, and then you have to take the seat back out to hook it up. Now when you're hooking this back up, you want to make sure that once you get your seat in place that it's not going to interfere or chafe or become an issue anywhere. All right, now we're going to install the other side, and we'll show you our finished product here in just a couple minutes. Okay, so that's a basic install of a set of seats in a vehicle. Now in our case, it was our Project Integra and the Cypher CPA 2000 series seat. Great option for you. We hope you've learned some things along the way. The entire job took about 40 minutes with ordinary hand tools that you can buy from andysautosport.com. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you on another episode of Andy's Autosport TV.